Good morning, folks, and welcome to the first day of a series of 5 where I'm going to answer the age-old question of, can you dig up enough gold to live off in the Melbourne suburbs? I'm not even going up the triangle. I'm going to stay in the Melbourne suburbs. I'll give you a look around at where I am. Now there's a couple of rules to this one. I can use a pan, a classifier and a shovel. And a bait pump. Now this one here is literally made from conduit and bits and bobs and cost me less than a pan would cost you to buy. So that's what I'm sort of aiming to do. I want to keep it as cheap as possible. So I won't be using a high banker, I won't be using bucket classifiers, I won't be using my metal detector, nothing like that, just basic gear. And I'm going to try and do 5 8-hour days, so a work day. And you know, I say good luck to me. I still have a crook back, so I'm not sure if it'll be possible. I might look at where we're at after 4 hours and then just double whatever the day's take is to say it's 8 hours, but we'll see how we go. It's currently 7:30 a.m. It is currently -1 degrees Celsius. It's chilly, but I thought I'd keep it fair as well, and instead of going to areas that I know there happens to be gold, that would be cheating. So I'm in a totally new spot. I've never been here before. I've never been near here before. Well, not within a couple of kilometres of here before, so it's totally fresh. So it'll be, you know, a fair, simple test. But yeah, should be fun. So let's see. I think I know the answer, but let's see if it's possible. So I've got the pan ready to go, the shovel ready to go. I'm going to do a couple of pans to see if there is some gold here, and I'll get back to you soon. Alright guys, second pan of the day. First pan I took from right at the base of the waterfall there and literally got 1 micro. So I moved down to where this tree sort of overhanging here, or bush, and dug straight down there. Beautiful blue clay, and there's 3 bits and about 6 or 8 micros. So I know it's hard to see with the GoPro, sorry about that. But look, it's not amazing, but there's, you know, it's worth poking around a bit more. I'll maybe move down the bank a little or bring it out towards the middle here. This whole middle section is all clean bedrock. I'd say it's just whatever's falling out of the bank over there, and slowing down as it comes from this sort of faster section into this really long, slow section of water. So I might just work my way down here and see where the heavies drop out along this slow section and see if there's anything sitting in that. But we're on the board. We've got enough to buy nothing. You couldn't buy anything for that. That's not enough to get an M&M. You couldn't buy anything with that. But a few more of those and we might be able to afford, yeah, not much. Alright, see you soon. Alright guys, I did 1 more pan over there, just a little bit further down, and got 2 fly poos. So I went over here, found some really nice looking material, beautiful looking material, but we've got 1, 2 and a micro. So I'm going to pack up my gear and move, and that's probably going to be the key to this little experiment being any sort of success. Is you're going to have to find the gold to make it worthwhile. So there's no good pottering around for hours and hours looking for specks. I've got to find, you know, a good amount in a pan, otherwise it's just going to be, I won't be having 2-minute noodles for dinner. You get me? Alright, well, I'll see you at the next spot. Alrighty guys, I've moved upstream a little. As you can see, there's a nice, sorry, I can stop breathing near the camera. As you can see, the sun's out now, which is great, but it defrosts all the frost from up there, and it's now like it's raining, which is not nice. Just took a shovel from here, so you can see you've got the faster water comes down here. You can see we've got gravel dropping out just there, and then into the deeper water. So I just took one from there. Now it's not a lot of gold, but it's a nice bit. So shame he didn't have any friends with him. So I'm going to have a bit more of a poke around here, see if any of those nicer bits got friends, and see how it goes. I'll see if I can get the water for you, because it's yeah, the amount of, you might see if I point this in the sun. Right. Don't know if that'll be showing, but it's yeah, raining dew off the trees. But hey, that's part of the serenity. Anyway, you can see we've got a dirty great big corner here that's gets chewed out every time it floods. Clay just gets more and more chewed out, so I don't really want to go much further down than here where it stops, because that's going to be thick, gooey clay. Look, I'm sure gold will stick to it, but I'm not processing that. That'll be yuck. Well, there's a bit of grass there, maybe it's not too bad. I might have one shovel down there and see what happens, but yeah, let's see if we can get some nicer specks like that one. See you soon. Alright guys, that spot was an absolute dud. It was terrible. So I thought, you can come for a walk on my head. Check out the scenery while we find the next spot. I hope it's pointing somewhere in the right direction. I can't really see. Some nice bedrock here with some pretty cleaned out crevices. Oh, there you go, you can look at the water there, see how much dew's falling off the trees. It's dead set like it's raining. See all this debris up here from the recent rains we've had. Creek got a nice flush out, this one did. Anyway, it needed it, that's for sure. We got here, this doesn't look too bad. That section coming down there. Dirty big rock. And let's just gravels. Heavies, undercut, clay. I might have a quick dig here, I think. Bedrock's running through here. Yeah, I might just have a quick dig in here. Seems like a likely spot. So you see this current here. I don't know where this thing's pointing. Current here is bang straight into this bank and along the side, so it's going to be pushing everything up under there, and it's undercut there big time. I'm glad I didn't walk on that side, I would have gone in. Alrighty, I'll catch you when I've had a dig. Oh well guys, I've moved spots just upstream a bit, because I just spent the last 3 hours finding nothing. So this is the danger of trying to live off gold in the creek. I was ruining the decision of be fair and don't go to where you know there's gold. I'm keeping to that. I'm going to stick to my word. But finally, we have a pan worth putting on the camera for you. So let's hope this bit of water here holds more of them. We might be getting 2-minute noodles for dinner. Let's see on the next one. Alrighty, very next pan. So, if we can keep this up and I go hell for leather, we might be able to cover fuel. But if you lived on the creek and didn't have to pay for fuel, you might be getting a sausage for dinner. We'll see how we go. I'll pump through a few and might do 4 pans and show you what 4 pans is. Oh no, I've got stuff in my snuffer bottle. I'll work something out. I might chuck it in a bucket and go from there. Just I'm losing too much time filming. He's chopping into my panning hours. Alright guys, see you soon. Well guys, 4 pans done, and I almost feel like I'm achieving something. That's from the last 4 pans. Now we're getting somewhere. So it's taken a while to find the gold, but you know, you can't be carrying on when you do find it. So some nice bits in there too, like they're good chunky ones. You can see with the finger comparison. Alright, well, I'm going to keep going because if I've got any chance of steak for dinner, I need to be digging lots. So I'll show you what I'm digging. So, got corner, bend, I'm digging about, I don't know, half a metre out from the bank, but there is a stack of overburden there. So there is heaps of gravel before you get to the clay, so I'm sort of swooshing that between my legs out into the deeper part out here and getting down to the clay layer. As soon as I hit that clay layer, getting nice pieces of gold. So it's a bit more work than I'd like to be doing. You know, moving overburden's not ideal, but sometimes you've got to do it to get to the gold. So there you go. Alright, I've no idea what time is. Let me check. Hang on. It is 12:30. So looks like I'd be doing the 8 hours because I think I've passed 7:30. Yep, I've done 5. So, and my back's alright. It's a bit sore, but I'll be right. So we'll push on through and do 8 hours and see what total we come up with. Alright guys, so I've sort of mushed my overburden into the clay and now it's just diluted pay dirt, so it's sort of slowed off a bit. So I had a bit of a thought because of where I was getting the gold along this line here. This is my last pan. Now, it's not spectacular, but when you consider I just took it from the silt in between the grass here that's sitting on the bank. So I would say when we rained last week before, you can see, where are we? You can see the stuff in the tree there. It was water level. So this being 3 times wider than it is now, this is obviously going to be a slower spot, and it's been dropping gold out in the grass. So now, for those who say I'm digging a bank, yes, however, notice I'm leaving the grass. I'm only digging the bits of dirt, the silt that's been sitting on top from when the flood came through. What I might do, I might set you up on the rock on the other side and just to prove to you that that's where I just got that pan from, because from here down at water level up to there is a good 1.5 metre of that bank. So quite interesting. Good chunks too. Like they're a bit more than flood gold, really. Alright, I'll set you up in a sec. Alright, hopefully you can hear me. It was too hard to set up on the rock, so you're on my head. Hopefully you're pointing in the right direction. My stinky red Bunnings gloves. If anyone's got these, they'll know what I mean. They're horrible, they stink. They're great gloves to keep your hands dry, but geez, they reek. So you can hear this stuff, it's really gravelly. So I'm just skimming the top, not digging in at all, don't need to. It's just this little surface layer here. And a bit from there, and that's probably about it. So it doesn't look the best, it looks terrible. It looks like I'm gardening, planting seedlings or something. But you'll see the material once I classify it, smash it up. Always check my classifier. it's really sort of heavy, black, sandy sort of silt. It's not, I don't know, it's not what I've been getting out of the clay, that's for sure. So I'm not sure if I'll make it to the 8 hours. I don't know what time is now. But even if it's 6 or whatever, I can do an hourly average and add it on to the end. So we can work out what we managed to take for the day. Thank goodness I found some gold here. Otherwise it would have been very slim pickings. But I still don't think it's going to be enough to, you know, even consider being able to survive on it. Now the reason I didn't just go to places where I know there's gold is I've been prospecting my area for many years, let's say that. So it's just cheating. Like I know where I can go and get gold. There's no problems with that. I'm not talking grams and grams or ounces or anything crazy like that. I just know where I can go and get gold. Well, if someone new to this, deciding they're going to live off it, was to come to the creek, they're not going to have that experience behind them. So that's why I just went and picked some random spots that I hadn't been to before, never even looked at. Took me a couple to find one, but there's a couple of bits of gold. I don't know if you guys will see it on the GoPro, but not as good as the last pan, of course, because I'm filming it always the way. But we got a couple. I hope it's pointing in the right direction. But there is definitely gold up there. I'd already done the main first scrape, so I guess I got most of it, with that. I'm not going to chase any more of it. I'm not going to wreck the bank. So yeah, I just thought it was interesting that there was gold up there. It's dumped out as it's come around this corner here, and yeah. Alright guys, I'll catch you soon. I'm going to keep digging for now. I'll check the time and stuff, but I think we're getting close to an almost respectable total now. Alright guys, here's a look at today's gold before we weigh it up. And also before we weigh it up, I did 6 hours. So we're just going to add 2. So I've had to weigh this obviously first so I could do the math for you. Let's turn the scales on. So for the day, you wouldn't read about it, but it's exactly 0.5, half a gram. Now, you divide that by 6, you get 0.018333333 times 2. We ended up with, well, you would end up with 0.63, which in today's dollar value, that would be $78. Now, I'm not sure if you could survive on $78. It's, it's about what I earned in 2 days when I was an apprentice 30 years ago, but if you did 8 hours on the creek every day, you're going to be pretty knackered pretty quickly. I was. And I just don't know that you're going to have the money to keep going. But look, half a gram for 6 hours is not bad with just a pan. Considering my start was awful, I struggled for the first little bit there, so we'll see. Now I'm going to do different locations for every day as well. They'll still be local to Melbourne, but they'll be different. I won't go to the same creek again or the same spot again, so that'll be good. I may bring out a sluice. Cheating, I know. But look, you can make a sluice out of all sorts of things. So, a bit of gutter. Have a look what Andy does from Poverty Prospecting. He makes things out of all sorts of stuff. But I hope you enjoyed it. It's going to be interesting. That location I didn't have as number one for productivity for gold either. So, we might find some more gold in different places when you're putting in that amount of hours. Because 0.6, you'd be happy with that on a trip, but you're probably not doing 8 hours on the pan every time you go prospecting. So hope you enjoyed it, guys. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and see you for day 2 very soon.